Yeah. Yeah, no, that's so fantastic to hear. And the rest period which you made reference to there, I think that is one of the ones that most people struggle on, because like, one, they haven't managed their paddocks well enough to know, when the livestock is coming back, if they're, grazing in a particular pattern, or the land is just not big enough and they're not making decisions of destocking, or, having the right amount of livestock to the available grass. But then improving the grass, means that then it's growing better, faster, more nutrient, and then you can maybe reduce that resting time because the grass is more, growing better in that area. So I think that's the resting part. When I did the holistic grazing course, that was one of the paradigm shifts that moved for me, was like what overgrazing meant. Sometimes people think it's leaving it on that paddock for too long, and in fact it's bringing them back too quickly, not letting the rest
Yep.
period happen. And I think that happens in life as well. Like, when do we get to rest? There's a lot of people now that are just working, hustling, and there isn't that rest and rejuvenation. We've kind of lost that as a way of, do less to do more. So I think that's evident out in the paddocks as well.
Yeah. Don't you guys down there have the saying, you can do a year's worth of work in 11 months, but you can't do it in 12?
Yeah, I think, I've heard that thrown around as
something
well,
like that.
Yeah.
Something to that effect, that like, if you are always working, you don't get as much done as if you work 6 days a week or 5 days a week, and as agriculturalists, we pride ourselves on working hard, but it's a huge paradigm shift for me, because my grandpa and my dad were extremely hard workers. And now that I'm spending more time being a desk jockey and, doing things like this, I kind of had to work through that and say, it's okay. Like, this work is just as important as the work that we're doing outside, oftentimes more important, because we're influencing others. And so while I still love to work hard outside and sweat and do those things, that's a really good point, that we need to find that balance so we don't burn out.
Yeah, productivity. And I think one of the things that I realized in this space is the fact that a lot of the equipment is measured in hours. Tractors' lifespan is in hours, not kilometers or miles. And so, the hours on a tractor per week kind of equaled the net worth, or the busyness, or the that fed the ego. That's one of the things I saw. And then, people selling their tractor and moving to like no-till or less imports was almost like, oh, you can't call yourself a farmer anymore because you don't have a tractor. And I remember seeing someone going, yeah, you can still have a tractor,